they sort of just were so desperate to make it work, and it wasn't right. And I think it just, oh, the whole situation was just screwed up. It just, I just don't like that she kept bringing it up. It was like, I
Yeah,
couldn't, like, because it's just, why? What's the point of bringing it up, especially if he asked you not to, and it's concerning someone who isn't part of this. And it just goes to show how insecure and toxic she is. Because I think one of the worst things you can do in an argument when you're trying to make your case is shove something in someone's face. Oh yeah, but you did this or you said that. And I think that's the worst thing that you can do, even if it's right. No matter how tempting it is, if your end goal is to fight through this together and end up stronger, to shove something in someone's face like that is not going to get you there. It's just going to push that person away, especially if it's something that has nothing to do with your current situation.
yeah.
Like someone wrote here that Chelsea keeps saying that he's walking away from her after one issue, but there are so many issues in this relationship, and she's just downplaying it. Well, I don't know. I just feel like she's just really manipulating him and playing victim.
Yeah, I
And I just don't like that.
no, I completely agree with that. And she was, and she said something to him about, you've invalidated my feelings, such and such, and he goes, like
Mhm.
when? And she's incapable of answering. I think that Jimmy, I'm going to say, I've said it before about Jimmy, but I'm going to say it again. He found himself in a situation where he was overwhelmed, and he knew that he was about to hurt her, and he didn't know how to do it, and so he handled it poorly.
Yeah.
Because for him, it all started with the physical appearance, and he was so thrown by it that he didn't get over it. And I think he's aware of that, and he's aware that it doesn't look good on him, and he didn't know how to handle it. And I think that Chelsea realized kind of all of this, and in her mind thought, this isn't good, this isn't happening, and I'm in my right, and he's the bad guy if I'm things like that, and I'm such a good person. And she kind of switched into that victim mentality of
Mhm.
slash trying of girl power, like the big woman girl power and things like that. And it just became a weird version of herself that hopefully if she looks back at this, she'll be like, who was this person and what happened? I'm not sure. And it just, so yeah, the more she clung, the further away it pushed him. And I'm not saying that if she wasn't clingy, he would have stayed, because that tends to be the advice of like, oh, play hard to get. And I don't think that's right. It's just give that person space and allow yourself to have space as well. And so you'll see if that person wants to get closer. And if that person doesn't want to get closer because you've got your good space, that'll be okay. That's the whole thing about hard to get. It's not, go on one direction, he'll follow you. It's make it okay for him to come or not, and you can handle the reaction either way.
Yeah, it's a matter of also not, because, you know, people, when you chase someone, you're chasing them away. When you're being too desperate and clingy, it just pushes them away.
Yeah.
Not only do I think, especially with men, they have a natural instinct to want to chase, to want to prove themselves, and to want to come after us. But also, I think you have to give them their space to want to come to you. And when
Yeah,
you're
to figure it
constantly
out.
coming to them, you're not only, pushing that feeling further away, because they don't ever get to feel it. They're also getting suffocated because you're constantly coming to them. And so it's sort of, again, that playing hard to get is more of not being easy, you know,
Yeah.
and not being always then, because that's also a way of putting yourself down, and saying that I'm always here for you then. um but I just think, look, it's hard to judge, because poor thing, they're doing this on TV, but they chose that. They made the decision to go do it on television, and so they're up for grabs. And I think she just handled herself really bad. And someone else
Yeah.
wrote here something very true. that she did not give him a safe space and weaponized
Absolutely.
what he told her and exposed him on TV.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is just something because there was no point to that. How do you know that she weaponized it and she tried to hurt him with it? It's because it really wasn't relevant to the situation. It has nothing to do with
Yeah,
the situation.
exactly. Which is why I don't think that it's him caring more about somebody else's feelings, whether it's more as what are you doing? Like, what has this got to do with anything?
Yeah.
Um, it's giving me flashbacks to personal stories, but I'm not going to go into that because it's not that interesting. But yeah, so again, we predicted that they weren't going to get married.
Yeah. No, it
I
was
was
pretty obvious.
surprised. I was surprised that he kind of got away with the fact of not going to the altar. Um, but I guess I'd like to see the contract that they sign. About how they
Yeah.
have to deal with it. Um, because if it doesn't get them into too much trouble, I think I would have preferred that for Clay, of him not going down to the altar, because it is that thing of just doing it. Yes, they are the cameras, but it's just the two of them, so that it does feel like it's in private. Whereas here, it's really in front of
Yeah.
friends and family. So that's just a difference. But he was right. I mean, again, Jimmy was right to just end it. And the things about the "I love yous" is because Clay clearly said, "I want to continue with UAD and I want to fight for this," and I think he will. I don't think he'll fight until he gets her back. I think he'll fight for a while, and if it works, then great. And at some point, he'll give up. So we'll see next week
Yeah.
with the reunion. Oh, we should. I was thinking, do you think we should do a live reaction to the reunion?
That could be fun.
I we need to think
Maybe.
about how we can do that. Um, but anyway, so
Maybe we can
there's
do an
that.
Instagram live
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We can
and
record it
then
as a
watch it
podcast.
together.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see how that works.
Yeah, we could
Uh,
record. That's a good idea to record it
Simultaneously.
simultaneously. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't anyway. Um,
Anyway,
but yeah, I think we can do that. So because Jimmy, when he says "I do love you," for me, saying "I love you" is so important. It's such an important
yeah.
thing, saying "I love you," that I kind of not don't like the fact that people can say it easily without meaning it, but some people do. And so I don't know that Jimmy does love Chelsea. I want to believe that he
No.
does, but I agree. I would agree with you, because that's like we never heard him say "I want to continue dating you." It's just "I'm not ready for
Yeah.
marriage."
No, I
He
don't
didn't
think he
say
wants
that,
to
did he?
continue dating her.
No.
No, he even said at one point, and it was like, I think this was his way of jabbing back at her. But he even said, "Yeah, way to go to convince me even more that
Yeah.
I'm making the right decision," or something like that. And
Yeah.
then I wrote down also, I think this again, I said this like with Jessica's response to his breakup, and I'm saying this again, response makes them glad they broke up with you. I think she just, if she would have taken it gracefully and been calmer and not shoved everything in his face, and I'm
Yeah.
not saying pretend to be happy that he's breaking up with you. I'm saying don't freak out on him because he's
Exactly
just
what.
gonna be glad he's breaking up with you even more. And it lasts like if she would have accepted his feelings and understood what he was, because I don't know if he went into it thinking that they have to break up after this. I think he just wasn't ready to get married yet, and he was like bringing up his own feelings and what he's going through, and then she just freaked out on him and was like, yeah, no, I can't do
Yeah.
this anymore,
Mm.
because she just made it abundantly clear that yes, he has issues, but every single time he tries to talk to her, she turns it around on him, and she tries to manipulate the situation. And so I think that just like that's it. That just ended the whole,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
So that happened. And then
but
sadly, I don't know about sadly, but the best couple, Jamie, Johnny and Amy, they are the best because they got through to
Yeah.
to the wedding day, and they got married, and they seem sincere, and the
Yeah. There's
ticks
that couple
every
every
word.
season almost.
There is, yeah, that there's one couple every season. Good. And sadly, we've got haven't got much to say because they didn't get a lot of screen time because they are
No.
so, healthy in their communication and drama free and things like that. I mean,
It was a breath of fresh air kind of to watch it a bit and then like
exactly.
everything's good in the world.
Exactly. It's, I think they should have started with Johnny and Amy's
They
wedding.
should have. I know. I'm surprised they didn't.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't as well, but I guess
I'm
they
really
wanted to end on
surprised
a
they
positive
didn't.
note.
Yeah.
Um, but because you've got from each season different couples that are strong, and Amber and Barnett, like they were touch and go, and they are a bit dramatic, and she's a bit much. But they're making it work. We follow them on social media, like whether it's our own
Yeah.
Instagram pages or the Pop Culture Cupid Instagram page. And they're making it work and things like that, but it's at some point it does feel like touch and go. However, Johnny and Amy, I would be shocked if they ever got divorced.
Yeah. No, they seem to be because they also have good communication. They don't make everything more dramatic than it has to be. They talk about things calmly, even the whole birth control thing. They
Yeah,
didn't make such a big deal out of it. And I think that's such a good example to take from them on how to create a healthy relationship where you just, everything's chill. Everything's just good, healthy, happy vibes. Very peaceful, very tranquil. No need to go over the top or whatever. And just, yeah.
yep.
Anyway,
So, I mean, that was season 6 of Love is Blind.
yeah, let us know what you thought. Was it better? Was it worse? Did your predictions come true? And are you bummed out about anything? Are you happy about anything? What are your feelings? Let us know.
I've got a prediction.
What is it?
Chelsea is going to run to Trent.
Trevor?
Trevor. Trent.
I had a rumor that I don't know, there's this rumor going around that he had a girlfriend or a fiance when he came on the show, and suddenly people
Oh,
I don't know, we have to look into that.
yeah. Anyway,
But
but I
yeah,
think
she's
that,
gonna run back to him, of course.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, and so we'll
Jimmy,
see.
yeah,
Go.
Jimmy may run back to Jessica, but I don't think she wants him anymore.
No, I don't
No,
think so either.
no. Anyway,
Jessica is not the second choice type of girl. I think there's a lot to say about being the second choice, but I think Jessica, as a
yeah,
principal, she wouldn't
she ain't
accept
it.
it.
Like she's an
Um,
A girl. Like you either pick
yeah,
me or you go to hell.
yeah, exactly.
And I
Okay, so
like that
yeah,
vibe.
let us know what you guys think and thought. And we need to figure out
Yeah,
what we'll do for the reunion. But yeah, maybe do a live episode next week.
we
That
should
could
do a
work.
live episode and then somehow record it and yeah.
We'll see. I think we need several devices, but I think we've both got several
We'll
devices,
make it
so
work.
we'll
We'll
make
make
it
it work.
work. Okay.
Anyway,
Bye, everyone.
bye-bye.